Hello, I hope you're well. I'm finally doing another Friday reads. I feel like I've been saying for the longest time, I want to get back to filming Friday reads and just sitting down like podcast style and just chatting. Finally, I'm back with a Friday reads. So I have two books that I'm currently reading, one book that I've basically DNF'd, and then I just wanted to address something at the beginning of the video, which I agree with, which was a comment that I received. So let's just dive straight in. So I got a comment. Thank you so much for your questions. Oh my God. So yesterday I put out a video and said, can you leave me some questions? Because I'd put out, give me some questions on Instagram and I'd only got one question. So on YouTube, I have got questions in that comment section. Add your questions down below. Anything you want me to answer in a Q&A or do a video on, all that jazz. And then my laptop that's sitting there in disgrace, the battery charger for it has broken. I don't know what is wrong with me, but every battery charger that I've had for this laptop, I have broken. Somehow it just stops working. I have no idea why. So I've ordered a new one and I wanted to sit down and do a Friday reads. I thought I can't now because I can't edit the video because my laptop is like out of charge. But I thought just do it one take. So this is just gonna be one take, like old school times, and just sit down and chat. So that's what I wanted to address. Is I got a comment yesterday. It was saying I love like the new mum era of Hannah, but I do kind of miss your old videos. It was like talking to an old friend and they were like cozy videos and I miss that. And I agree, it has become very mum era on this channel. And with the vlogs, that's just what my life is. I'm pregnant, I've got a toddler, that's just kind of what it is. I'm also going to 50 million midwife appointments. I've got another one today. There's just so many appointments. But I want to do the Friday reads again. I want to get this going again. When I just chatted about a load of random subjects and we just spoke about books and then we chatted in the comments section and then I did random Tay talks. I do want the channel to go in that direction as well. So the vlogs will be like toddler mum kind of life, because that is my life. And the vlogs are just like me showing you literally what I'm doing. But then I do want more videos where I just sit and chat about random topics. It's a bit like, I'm gonna sound like such a bitch, when someone gets, I can't edit this out because it's one take, but let's just chat. When someone gets a boyfriend, it's normally women do it. Men don't seem to do it on their channels, but women, when they get a boyfriend or they move in with someone and then all of a sudden all their videos are with that person, I'm like, unsubscribe, because I didn't subscribe to see your boyfriend. I didn't subscribe to see your child. You know, it's like when people have booktube channels and then they have a baby and then their whole channel turns into like family vlogging, and it's like, I didn't unsubscribe. I wanted you talking about books. I wanted you like vlogging your little crafts, doing your things. I wasn't really interested in the other stuff. And it normally happens a lot when they start dating someone and they move in with them. And so they'll be like, so it'd be like if Dom was sitting here and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do a Friday reads, but obviously me and Dom live together, so every Friday reads Dom is gonna be in the video with me, and then he'd be sitting there chatting about the books he's currently reading. And no, that is unacceptable. No, I don't want to know about what your boyfriend's reading. I'm sorry, I don't want to know about like what he's doing and that he's going to make videos on a Tuesday. It's going to be called Sci-Fi Tuesday, and every Tuesday he'll make some book review videos. You know, I don't read sci-fi, so I thought I'd give him the Tuesday on my channel to make videos. Unsubscribe. I did not subscribe for your boyfriend to be taking over the channel. I hate that in travel vlogs. Oh my God. I watch a lot of Disneyland Paris vlogs because I really want to go to Disneyland Paris. I've been to it twice, but that was when I was a teenager. I went with my college. They had like a trip going, so I went on that. But I really want to go back. I kind of want to go like without children. Like, I'd quite like to go on a solo Disneyland Paris trip. I won't. I will take my son with me. My two, like when this baby comes as well, I will take my kids with me. But I do quite like the idea of, because it's only an hour away from us, Paris, from where we live here. So it would just be, you could do it in a day. People do vlogs where they do Disneyland Paris in 24 hours. So I could do it in 24 hours by myself. That would be like fun to do one day. But anyway, so I watch a lot of Disneyland Paris vlogs, and so you have this girl who maybe she regularly goes to Disneyland Paris because you can get annual passes for the whole year. And then all of a sudden her boyfriend is taking hold of the camera and he's like, hi guys, it's me today. What we're gonna do is, and she's just all of a sudden in the background, and obviously she's told her boyfriend, let's both vlog the trip, not on separate videos, let's put it all together in my videos on my channel. Unsubscribe. I do not want to hear your boyfriend's betrayal of Disneyland Paris. I subscribe to you, and you talking about it. I don't care about what he thinks about it. He can start his own channel. Do you know what I mean? Why do they have to take over like parasites? Like, no. I'm sorry, I subscribe for you. So I do get that comment. It is a bit like mum era, mum life. And I feel it's a guilt thing, because when you become a mum, you feel like you have to talk about your kids all the time. And that if you don't talk about your children, or you don't talk about your children and everything to do with motherhood in like a positive light, that somehow you're a bad parent, or you don't appreciate being a mother enough. And I'm just kind of over that now. I suppose because my son's 1, I'm just over all that. And I'm just like, oh no, like I'll talk about whatever I want. And not every video has to be me talking about that. I'm going to talk about a birth of a book, but maybe I have a bit controversial birth book opinions. So yeah, maybe not positive opinions, but I will get into that in this video. But yeah, I agree with that comment. Like, I like the mum era stuff, and that will definitely be in the vlogs and other little videos that I put up. But I think it's also important for you to still have your own hobbies and your life outside of being a mum, and not feel guilty about it. Because I remember when my son was born, I told you I purged all my stuff. I got rid of all my stuff, all like apart from my elephant collection. I mean, that would be too far. My elephant collection was intact. But other stuff, knickknacks, I was like, get rid of it. I'm a mum now. I need to grow up, get rid of all this stuff. And I just regret it, because I feel like you're still the same person and you're still into the same things. It's like Disneyland Paris. I would have been like, oh, I can't even talk about going to Disneyland Paris. It's so stupid. Like, I'm a mum now. Why? Like, I still like all that kind of stuff. It is what it is. So let's rein it in a little bit. I am obsessed with Lipton's iced tea. I still love those fruit milkshakes. I adore. Sorry, you're going to have to hear me sip. A little bit of ASMR, because I obviously can't edit this. So, oh my God, I spilled it down myself. Fabulous. And this is one take. Let's keep going. Got it on my chin. Oh my God, I'm just like a shiny chin now. Oh no. And I've got like a massive vein on my forehead, because I just noticed it. Like, can you see, like, if I smile, it like pops out. Anyway, so, oh God, it's all in my hair as well, that Lipton's iced tea. Great. Straight into the books. So my like plans for the weekend is nothing, and then I have a midwife appointment later on. It's a scan, so I'm excited for the scan. Well, they don't give you pictures at the scan. Like, when you're early on, they give you pictures, but you have to pay. It's like £25 for the pictures at the hospital. But then when you're later along, they don't print out any of the pictures. It's like, oh, they don't allow you to do any kind of photography, because they're like, this is a medical exam, it's not for you to take pictures. But I'm a bit like, but that's my baby on the screen, I want to take a picture. Oh, okay. So I am carrying on with Penelope Library's Heatwave. I already have 2 reviews in of this, so if you have read it, you want to leave your review, you can leave it down here. Anyway, yeah, anyway, you can contact me, you can give me the review of it. I am enjoying it. I like the reflections of her kind of past life. So if you don't know, this is for the book club. Oh my God, my pen fell out. And it's about a woman who she's spending the like summer with her daughter and her daughter's husband, and they've just had a baby together. So she's observing this new family dynamic. Her daughter, who's married a much older man, and they've just had a new baby, and she's just observing them, and they're staying in attached cottages for the whole of the summer together. So she's having time over the summer to look at the relationship, to see cracks in the relationship. Damn, Maurice. And see what's going on with him. And then she's also reflecting upon her past relationships. So the woman is kind of in her 60s, and she's thinking about her past love, which was her daughter's father. And I'm really loving those elements when we get little sparks of her looking back and going, well, Harry used to be like this to me, and he used to promise me all these things and say all these things to me that were kind of pointless. And now with age and hindsight, I see that I was going along with what I thought I wanted and what was in my head, but the reality was very different. I had my eyes shut because I was so in love with him. Oh, I'm enjoying all of that a lot. So I'm going to carry on reading that this weekend. We'll probably just be like chilling in the garden, so I'll be reading that. I then have A birth book. This is Ina May's Guide to Childbirth, and this is quite an interesting book. Even if you don't have children and you don't want to get pregnant and all that, and you don't want anything to do with it, Ina May's an interesting woman. So she, in the 1970s, set up a place that was called The Farm, and The Farm is basically a huge piece of land, and it has different houses on it, and it's like a commune, and different people live like a cult basically, and it's still going today, and different people live in the different houses. And it started because they were in like a hippie caravan. There was a load of them traveling around America trying to stop the war, and then all of a sudden they decided they wanted to settle on a land. But when they were in the caravan, a lot of the women started giving birth. They were pregnant, they gave birth, and they all birthed each other's babies, even though none of them were midwives. Well, they didn't birth each other's babies. They didn't have womb transplants. Do you know what I mean? Like, they acted like midwives and helped the baby come out, even though none of them were midwives. Why did no one think, like, should we get her to a hospital? I don't know what was going on. So then they realised that birth, in her opinion, doesn't have to be this like scary thing. It can actually be the most natural thing in the world and a really nice thing. So then she started this place called The Farm. So some of the women who are like these organic midwives, I don't even know, they live on it. And then so I could just go there and say, I want to give birth here, and they would say, okay, you can give birth here, you'll have your like midwife here and everything, and then after I give birth, I can like stay there for a bit of time afterwards and then leave. The majority of women who give birth at the farm are Amish, even though the people who run it aren't Amish. It's very confusing. And there was a famous documentary made about the farm, and I think it was made in the 1970s, and it was very famous. So that's how Ina May became famous. She became this woman who had taught herself how to be a midwife. Even though she had no formal midwifery training, she had taught herself how to get women in the right headspace to give birth naturally, and then was passing on those skills. She's still alive today. She still does a lot of lectures and talks to loads of other women who, again, aren't formally trained but have been there for the births of thousands of babies, and all live together in this like commune. It's very difficult to explain. So that's what the book is about, her talking about childbirth and her talking about what she thinks childbirth is, what it's not, other women's testimonies who she has experienced the births of, and everything to do with that. Now, I do agree with, I'm not a midwife, so there are things in it that I'm probably like, yeah, she's probably right on that, she's probably right on that. But in modern day society, when you're not living on a hippie commune, when you can't give birth in the woods or the ocean, you're having to give birth in a hospital, I just think a lot of those things, how can you ever put them into practicality? So she says you have to be around people that you know. So you can't have like a midwife who's a stranger to you there, or any doctors come in the room or anything. You have to be in an environment that you know. So like your home, or it could be a woodland, wherever you feel safe. And I'm not giving birth in the sea. I'm sorry. I can't give birth in the sea. I can't give birth in the woods. I can't give birth in my home. I'm really sorry. I know that's like the thing on Instagram. All the mums are like, I gave birth at home, unmedicated, with no midwife, by myself in my bathroom. No, I can't do that. I would not. No, I can't. I want to know that if something goes wrong, there's someone there. I want someone to be there to kind of encourage me. I want to know how far along I am. I don't want to think like, oh, the baby must be coming now and the baby's nowhere near ready to come. I want I want an expert in the room. I want a trained midwife. I'll tell you the perfect midwife that I want. It's all these like modern day midwives who, a lot of them are very young and they haven't got children yet. So with my son, look at me again talking about my child and everything, but anyway, with him, a lot of the midwives hadn't had any children. So I'd say to them, have you had children? They say no. I was there for a week, so I'd met a lot of midwives over the time in the hospital, and they hadn't had children, and they talk to you very softly. They talk like this: now, how do you feel, Hannah? I don't want that. I don't want some like pretty girl with like a size 6 waist coming in. She's very calm. I'm going to calmly speak to you. I want Big Brenda, okay? This is the idea of the midwife I have in my head. She's 60 years old. Her name's Big Bitch Brenda, okay? She doesn't suffer fools. She's like, I have been in the room for over 2,000 births. This is how you're going to do it, okay? Push. Do you want this baby to come out or not? Push. Like, you better be ready because the baby's coming. I want someone who's a bit more forthright, because I kept being like, sorry, because I had this machine, heart monitor, that was around my stomach, and so it's going bib, bib, and they're talking so quietly. And I'm like, sorry, I want a woman to come in who's going to be like, right, this is what's happening. Get off your fat ass, get on all fours like a cow, and start pushing. This is what we're doing. Right, okay, this is the time we're going to, you know, do this and do that, and let's get it together now. Let's get it together. Like, that's what I want. You better push. Do you want me to get the scissors out? You better put. I don't want the quiet. I don't know why. I find it difficult. I find it jarring, because I remember when I was put on this, they put you on this like drip when you're induced, and so the contractions come on quick. So you've got these like contractions that are not gentle. And then you've got this woman talking to you very calmly. This like 20-year-old gorgeous girl. There was this gorgeous blonde girl there. A midwife, sorry, girl. She was probably the same age as me, but she was stunning. She wasn't like a troll like me. Stunning. Very quietly. Can you feel the contraction? I can see on the machine that the contractions are coming. So can you feel them there? Oh, Brenda's be like, I can see you've got a contraction now. Push. Breathe. Not time to push yet. Breathe. Da, 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 da. Just more to the point is what I'm looking for. So I hope when I go into hospital, there will be a big bitch called Brenda, who maybe the other midwives are like, she's stuck in the past. She's stuck in the old ways. God, we don't like her, but I will be in love with her, because she would just get it done. You don't want a cesarean? Well, you better get off your fat ass and start moving around then, bet you love. Laying on your back like that. Come on, let me move you, because they don't tell you what to do. They're very like, do what you want. Lay on your back, have a sleep. Have a little sleep. Have whatever you want. Have whatever you want. No, like, tell me how to quicken this up. Tell me how to get all this going. You know, you've trained, you know all the different things. Because I was saying, how do I like get this going naturally? And she was like, just however you want. Just what you want. And I was like, oh no, but is there anything I can do? Oh, I could get you a birthing ball. But if you're tired, you don't have to. Get me the birthing ball. Get my fat ass on the birthing ball. Like, let's get it going. I don't want to stay here for another week. So yeah, I do like that book, and it's got a lot of like hypnobirthing techniques in it, so I'm excited to carry on reading it. But I do, and also how she talks about like your body was literally made to do this. I like that. I like that kind of talk about it as well, because they don't really like modern day like midwives, just in my opinion, on like when I gave birth to my son, they're very like, do you want me to get a doctor to talk to you? Do you need an epidural? Do you need something to kind of help you through this? Oh, are you in pain? Whereas this book's like, the baby's got to come out somewhere, love, okay? If the baby's coming out, whether you want it or not, here are some hypnobirthing techniques. Go to your local woodland, squat like a cow, and start mooing, and it will come out quicker, okay? That's what you're doing. Don't lay on your back on a bed. Don't shut your little peepers. No, it's coming out. So I'm sure they are great. Like, if I lived in America, I don't know where it is in America, but rural America, I'm sure they are great, and they're very to the point, and they're much more bitchy Brendas that I want. So I'm liking the book for that. But you really don't, when you're at the hospital and there's people coming in and out of your room, there's a lot of like student midwives that come in and out of the room continually. So you're not comfortable, you're not relaxed. And so it's difficult then to put those techniques into practice when it's like a revolving door of people and you've got your legs up. Like, it's not a relaxing experience. So yeah, anyway, that's enough about birth and all that. I'm sweating. You might be able to see I'm sweating because it is hot, and I just shut my windows to film this. So I'm going to end this here. Oh my god, 20 minutes. Oh, this is why I don't do one take videos. This is too much. This is too much. Tell me if this is too much. Oh god, I'm watching it tick on. I'm gonna end it here. I will see you again for another video, another midwife lesson with Hannah. Let's pray I get a very robust woman when I'm giving birth. Let's pray for that, please, all of us collectively. And not a kind of calm presence. I'm not a calm presence myself, so I can't really deal with a calm presence either. And also, when people talk really quietly, I always think they're patronising me, even though they're probably just being nice. Do you? Like when they talk in that whisper, like, hi, how are you? I'm like, are you patronising me? Oh no, you're just a nice person. Sorry. Like, I'm quite loud and obnoxious sometimes when I know someone. Like, I'm a social mute, or I'm too loud. I don't have an in-between switch. So people who like know me, who are my friends, loud, very loud. Anyone who kind of, I can know them for like my whole life, but you know, I'll be mute, I'll be quiet. But people who have that kind of, hi, how old's your little one? How are you? I'm like, I don't know how to gauge you here. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, we'll save that for another day. End this here. Ticking on. It's ticking on. It's too long. I'm going to end it here. And when my battery comes for my laptop, then I'll be putting up like vlogs and I can edit again and stuff. So I will see you again soon for another video.